Don't y'all love my granddaddy?
What's up, world? It's your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man. Tune in every Thursday to Detroit Raw Live right here on ventradio.net.
Y'all know he's the man.
That's right. What's up, world? It's your man's, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man, seen and heard around the world right here on Detroit Raw Live, right here only on ventradio.net. Oh, man. You know, the topic of the day, before I even open my mouth, okay, to anything, today's topic is, what are we talking about here? Code red, world. Code red. Code red. Not just in America, but all around the world. I'm sure y'all know that if your ass is in Afghanistan right now as an American trying to get out. But we going to get into that later, because some of those Americans that are trying to get out now shouldn't have had their asses there in the first goddamn place. But we're going to get off into that later on. But it's your man, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 Man. I just wanted to say, on top of everything that's going on, just the sheer madness of what is going on with us as a race, as a society, as a people. This is not really the time that you sit back and want to know what's different between black and white. What is the difference is nothing. Now the goddamn thing, nothing. If I get my throat slit, guess what? Blood gonna shoot out on the ground. If you are a white American, Indian American, Asian American, or any other type of human being on the planet, they slit your throat, guess what? Same blood. Maybe different blood type, but same color, same form and fashion. So the thing that I want to discuss about today, and if you're listening to us right now, check us out on our apps at ventradio.net and Mixcloud at ventradio313. Check us out also on Twitter at ventradio.net, Roku, Vent Radio, Video Music Box, Twitter, Vent Radio, Firestick TV, Vent Radio, Facebook Live, Spendy, all these other social media networks. It's not hard to find Detroit Raw Live and ventradio.net. Now, to all the fans that are checking me out right now, and I want to give y'all a shout out, because for the last couple of weeks, I haven't been able to get y'all shots out, and I've been getting some calls like, what's up, man, you mad at me? No, I'm not. So Glenn, let me get a little soundtrack so I can give some shots out to my people before we get ready to get into this situation here. Shouts out to Baby Girl, Sister Word, Motor City Granny from the D, Tony Harlan, Gerald Kareem, and Kevin all the way in Cincinnati, Ohio, Sherry C. Ware and in Columbus, Ohio, Brandy and Melanie in Texas, Houston, James Dow, Tony, and my grandbaby Chastity all the way in Memphis, Tennessee. Y'all make sure that y'all be hydrated. Be hydrated down there, because the temperature is brutal. I've been hearing 100 and something. Y'all looking at wow. Mark, Bridget, Jayla, and Fat Baby Boy. Word to y'all, Jayla and Fat Baby has dipped officially out of Florida. She says she really tired of all this going on and this madness, and the rate of the coronavirus is making her a little bit frightened. And so she bailed back to the D. So welcome back, Jayla and Fat Baby. Doris Miles and Lisa Presley all the way out there in New York. And Valerie and her daughter out there in Las Vegas, Nevada. Y'all be careful out there. And congratulations once again to Melanie Renee, who had her first show this Monday. And it was a beautiful thing. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to her every Monday right here on ventradio.net. Shouts out to my overseas people, Gary, Kellen and Jennifer. Gary, I ain't heard from you in a while, Dublin. My phone is still open. Frank Powers, I ain't heard from you either, man. What's happening in Newfoundland? You ain't got the corona, do you? Well, holler at your man, even if you do. Anna and Russell from the Philippines, and everybody out there in Africa, and everybody that's out there around the world with your man, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 Man. And the crimes in the city. Well, we had somebody that was killed this week over a driving incident. Now, the person that did the killing didn't have no insurance. They should have thought about that before then, but now we have a victim that's been shot. It's been some multiple shootings on the streets lately, and brings a concern. What is going on with our neighborhood? It goes back to that phrase again, like I said, when we have white people that murder us in society, we all want to jump together and protest, and we shall overcome shit and all this to the top of the mountain. But in reality, listen to your average rap song. Listen to your average rap song. Think about it. When I come back, I'm coming back to get it in the blood. In blood. I'ma leak him and leave him in the blood. What does that represent? Well, white America? I'ma leave him in the blood? No. This sounds like a little bit more hoodish to me. So what are we talking about here, Sam, man? Well, we talking about code red. Everything is code red now. Why is it code red? Didn't I mention some of this on shows last year? I think I did. Like, we open it up too fast. Be cautious about getting that vaccine. Are you sure what you are putting in your body? Even got debated over it. But now, new revelations is coming up. New revelations. Now you said if I took one shot, I was good. Isn't that what they said, Sam, man? Well, that's what they said. Then they said if I took two, I was fully vaccinated. I could take off the mask. I could go anywhere I want. Yeah, that's what they said too. So why the hell is they telling me to put the mask on again? Well, that's a question that you should kind of ask yourself. Now they saying that if I don't take this third one, I could really be affected. Well, what about the first and two? See, when you took the first, did they say that? No. When you took the second one, did they say that? You possibly no. Now, when you take the third, how long is it going to be before they say, oh, well, you got to take a fourth and a fifth? What if it come up to an epidemic of every 8 months? But wait, I ain't got started yet. This is August 2021. Your children are about to go to school, and there's no vaccinations for them. And you have mandates all around. Why do you think Fat Baby is here? To try to get away from these parents that don't want their kids to wear a mask, don't know what is going to be the ramification on other kids. So therefore, with that being known, what are we saying here? What are we talking about here? Somebody asked me, or said to me, I should say, saying, man, we need to shut this down again. Shut what down again? The country? The United States? Not the most powerful country in America or the world? Shut them down again? Well, let me think about that and ponder on that for a second. It ain't gonna happen. And if it do happen, you think that America's on a train wreck right now? Right now? What you think is going to happen now? What if we start to get rates higher than it was last year? 248-429-7224. I want to hear about what are we talking about here. Y'all know today 12 soldiers just got killed in Afghanistan, plus another 15 have been injured. Numerous amount of Americans have been killed. But Biden said, we're going to be out of there by August 31st. No. Taliban trying to help you, but ISIS don't like the Taliban. So now ISIS said, to hell with it. Because, see, you got to understand what happened when this went down back to idiot days. Remember when he said, we're going over there, make peace with them, and we're going to get our soldiers out, and we're going to have them out at a certain time in May. Okay. Well, when May came, Biden was the president. He said, we ain't going to be able to make that May deadline, but I will say we can throw it up a little more than 90 days and get everybody out by this date in August of 2021. Okay, here we are here. 5 days. 1,000 people are sitting on the tarmac in Kabul. They can't leave. But see, here is that white privilege bullshit that I've been telling y'all about. There is a group from a university out in California, NIA, white privilege group, that was told by the United States of American government and everything, don't travel over there at this time. What did they do? I'm not told what to do. We tell you what to do. Okay, so now guess what? They over there got guns in their faces from the Taliban that's telling them what to do. How about that? Let's think for a second. What part of American history can I reminisce about that people were taken against their own will? Now, not to say that black people voluntarily went to America, but America came to Africa to bring Americans over by force. Now, pause that and ask yourself this question. The hell getting ready to happen to all them damn people that's getting ready to come to America? Thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe in the millions. Nobody's giving you the right answer. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about who gonna feed them. Who's paying for all that transportation to go from Afghanistan to Germany, from Germany over to America? Who's paying for siphoning them people through the system? I already know people right now making $600,000 houses, getting built from the ground up because they were a translator. They helped the United States government that didn't know how to speak their language. So that gives them the entitlement to take him, his wife, his 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kids, plus the grandmama, the grandfather, and bring them on over here. Come on over here. Fuck these niggas that did the promise that we never gave them the promise for. See, we gave you a promise. We promised you if your life was in jeopardy, then we would protect you. But what about what the black people did for America? Where's our $600,000 homes? Y'all make it seem like because we give food stamps or anything like that, that's our fault. Would you get it if you didn't have money? Would you accept it if you didn't have money? Where are all these people going to go? What are we talking about here, ladies and gentlemen? Have any of you thought about it? Oh, we're rescuing these people from Afghanistan. America is great. Well, okay. Your tax dollars ready to pay for some niggas that getting ready to get a $600,000 home and you live in a trailer park? You cool with that? You cool with that?
What kind of shit is that?
You understand? Who is going to, ladies and gentlemen, take care of these people? What are we talking about here? Who gonna take care of these people? Y'all mad because black folks that sit back and broke their back for us in this so-called America. Now you want to sit back and act as if, oh, we owe these people. We owe these people because they said assalamu alaikum to our allies and in the honor of our soldiers. I don't give a fuck. You should have taught their ass Arabic. What the hell are we talking about here? You train them for everything else. You train them to kill. You train them to steal. You train them to infiltrate. You train them to assassinate. Why couldn't you treat them and train them in another language in which you're getting ready to take them and deploy them? Then you wouldn't need this extra headache. So, once again, what are we talking about, y'all? Y'all know I'm about to put some billboards up, right? They about to be popping up soon. Very soon. 1, 2, 3. And one of my main sayings on my billboards are, what are we talking about here? Detroit Raw Live. What are we talking about here? We got a group of people that's right now about to get put out their house in October. They were already underpaid. The system was screwed up because nobody knew what to do. So they threw out all these checks. Everybody got a check. Everybody check. I've heard, allegedly, this is not substantiated through Detroit Raw Live nor Vent Radio, but I heard there's a fourth check that's supposed to be being issued. How about that? Now, thinking about how people are living in this world right now, a fourth check be kind of goddamn good, right? Of course. Because that's like free money. But now, see, here's where I don't feel bad about y'all. And I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't pay your bills, what are we talking about here? You know, you don't have a job. You ain't got to take your kids and buy them no $45 pair of Jordans and you got 4 kids. You know? If you're checking me out right now, give me a call. 248-429-7224. Precious, you got to hit me up at that number if you're watching me. I cannot take your call. So hit me up. 248-429-7224. But what is it that we're talking about here? When this coronavirus started, ladies and gentlemen, it started with a president that was arrogant as hell that said, oh, it's just a China problem. It is one person. But at the time that you were saying that, you were still allowing the Chinese to come to this fucking country. So once again, what are we talking about here? So they were privileged to come here, privy to come here. All right. And they did. But once again, back to what I was saying, when it was discovered that a lot of people were getting sick and dying, well, guess what? Then they looked at the elderly because they were ones that were perishing the most. Where did they perish from? They perished from, they said, the coronavirus. I was just looking at someone, I was making a segment, say where they at, what they get, and getting all these crates from. Oh, he, oh, okay, I'll get to that. But, you know, on a serious note, you know, these people are about to come to this country, and where you know, where they gonna live? Black Americans have been doing everything for white America forever. I don't see us with no, hell, you don't even want to give us reparations. Dig that. But motherfucker that just said assalamu alaikum and alhamdulillah, and now all of a sudden he can come over here and get a $600,000 home built from the ground up. You know, they're just putting him through the process, sending him over here. This is United States territory. Once we get him processed, we gonna keep him, right? Because we pledged that we were gonna take care of them. You think they're gonna build a project and put them in? Huh? Do you think they're gonna build a project and put them in? I'm just asking. But with that being said, I don't think so. But son down there, all the way in Cincinnati, Ohio, he on a lighter note, I'm gonna talk about this. And what are we talking about here? Code Red. Now y'all remember 2 weeks ago I was talking about with my new artist, Mian and Energy, and we were sitting here talking about the people was saying about the crate challenge. I was talking about the Black Olympics, but y'all went and did something that was totally out of the way of what I planned on doing. I just said the stealing competitions and the running off with the TV competitions, but y'all took this shit to another level and came up with the crate challenge. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have seen the crate challenge, but let me tell you something. People are gullible. Now, the one that I seen was on YouTube, and this cat looked like he had been drinking. No, that was one of them, but this was the most one that I didn't think that he made it out of. So this cat, he's going to bet that he could go up the crate. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Although he was drunk, the nigga got up there. He even made it to the peak. But that was his that was his fatal mistake. Now, I don't know if the man died or whatever, but if you see that video, the way he fell, because when he got to the top, you know, the top is the key to if you gonna make it or not. And he was holding on, he was balancing, and then he got to the first step, and when he got to the first step, it was all over. He did like a 360 flip, fell. The way he fell, honestly to say, it looked like he broke his neck. But they cut the film soon as, you know, he fell. So I don't know what his results were, but it didn't look good the way he fell. I was like, damn. And then I seen another guy. This big guy, he should have had his fat ass sitting down on a treadmill or something. He gets up to the top, fall down a second and the third, and then he bust his eye. And then I even seen something crazy on Facebook today that had a person that was at a casket with the crates in front of the casket that said good night. Now what the hell are we talking about here, Sam? Hey, I'm just saying, don't kill the messenger. I'm just saying, this challenge is one of the most dangerous challenges I ever seen in my life. Ever. I mean, I thought the ice challenge was just crazy, but I think, didn't they have a fire challenge or some shit where people was putting themselves on fire? I think they did. But it's so many followers that's out here that I'm like, straight up, you know, Code Red, what's going on? I told y'all Fat Baby and his mother are back here in Detroit to stay. So she wants to bring Fat Baby back home. I welcome it. I definitely do. Especially when I'm listening to the high rate of people that are getting sick. But y'all remember last year when I told you that you can't sit back and think that all those people that were having spring break, which I was like, y'all crazy as hell. Nobody got no mask. Nobody plain. Everybody going this place, that place, this place. And now Florida is flooded with cases. I think they said they got less than almost 2 ventilators and ICUs. And they babies. Remember when I was talking about that too last year and this year? We sending the kids to school, fully loaded gun, wondering who they gonna pull it on. Vaccinations, vaccines, get it. White folks wasn't successful enough for us to feel confident. Y'all remember the Tuskegee experiment? Damn, Sam. Not gonna tell you about it. Look it up. The Tuskegee experiment. Then maybe you might have a partial bit of understanding of why black people don't like that. Okay? Just a little friendly reminder, because you say, well, you're giving us a problem. What's the solution? That's the solution. That's the solution. Check out the Tuskegee experiment. And then you'll find out what I'm talking about. See, I'm not going to hand feed y'all because y'all ain't babies no more. But see, y'all listen to these people, that means you know good. I thought Dr. Fauci said that the coronavirus and all this stuff will be done by this year. Why is he talking about 22? Huh? Why is he talking about that, y'all? I thought he said 221. Now it's 222. April. Ain't that what the fuck you said last year? Ain't that what you said last year? You said by April of 2021, it should be gone. We should be straight. Everybody wear a mask. Now, you come up with the new serum last year, September. Stick it in your arm. Stick it in your arm. Take this heroin. Take this heroin. Take this heroin. Take this radioactive chip. But they can't put that in us like that, Mr. Sam 44, man. You can't stick a piece of steel in there. Look up electroliquid magnetic transmitters, okay? Don't think I get on this fucker just to say because it sounds good. Check it out. It's real. It's real. Now, until somebody sit back, which Monday, what are we talking about here, Sandman? Monday, the FDA said, guess what? Even though we sped it up faster than any drug or vaccine ever in the history of FDA, but if we want that big government contract, we need to speed it up. So now we're not really given a full FDA approval, but we gonna let Pfizer take the front line. Okay? 248-429-7224. Tell me about it. Did you get the shot? And if you did, and you got 2, what you think about a 3rd? Or possibly a 4th? Or a 5th? Or what if it's a every 8-month thing? Will you feel bad? And then about the racism about it all. Is this going to be like a black and white thing like it was back in Jim Crow day? Oh, you can't fly on United or American Airlines if you didn't take that shot. Just like you can't sit at this lunch counter if you ain't white. You are not allowed in this club like the Cotton Club if you ain't white unless you perform it. It ain't like, I guess, getting on the bus and having to sit your ass in the black while everybody else sits in the front. Wonder where these similarities coming from this, what we're going through now. Well, let me tell you a little bit, since I don't tell you the solution. You either get the damn vaccine or you won't be participating in society. It's just plain and simple. But I already told y'all that. Remember last year when y'all, yada, 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 yada. Now it's mandates. What? I thought I was free. I'm white. I'm privileged. I'm used to telling people what to do. Now you're telling me what to do? My own people? Ooh, is that like black on black crime? They say I'm crazy. I ain't crazy, but I am crazy. You feel me? I'm going to let y'all absorb on something right now that I've been telling y'all for as long as you continue to listen to fake, fraudulent, and misguiding information for you and your family, and you don't think for yourself, then what are we talking about here? I've given y'all the insights on many, many, many things. Maybe it's my skin tone, maybe it's the way I talk, maybe it's the way I look. I don't know. But it sure seems like a lot of shit that I said that's coming to truth. President looking kind of weak. Scared to close the country down again. What would happen if we shut this motherfucker down again? It's already messed up. How more messed up could it be? Because see, Corona don't care if you white, black, red, brown, rich or poor. Your ass is out if it catch you. It's kind of like a slave running away for freedom. And if them hound dogs caught you, your ass was out. Kind of same like that Corona. If that Delta variant catch you, you possibly be your ass out. But you still don't want to be told what to do. And that's the same what black folks didn't want. Just to be told what to do. Just let me be free. But see this, you got us all messed up. And you're killing the planet. Remember when I said, hey, guess what? Guess who's going to destroy the planet? White America. Global warming. A lot of fires. Big violent storms, floods, superstorms. How long can we keep that up? If it keeps every year getting worse. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about the destruction of civilization as we know it. Nobody wants to talk about it because it's ugly. Just like as ugly as the black people wanting to teach the white kids how their ancestors beat black Americans. But they're embarrassed. It's embarrassing. I don't want them to walk around shameful. How do you think our people walked around? Proud? Shameful. Fuck out of here. Shameful. You disgraced us in public. You disgraced us on television. Look at all our major stars. Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince. Look at Bill Cosby. Look at R. Kelly. These is people y'all love, right? But it shows the sellout mentality. Because I don't see nobody saying nothing. OJ out there like, hey, hell yeah, I killed that bitch. OJ crazy. Because you know why? Because OJ know you can't even take him to court again about that. Double jeopardy. He can say whatever he want and get money for it. So what are we talking about here? The same thing as white men get. Weinstein, Trumps, the Rockefellers, you know, the Brock brothers. You see what I'm saying? All these big snuffy ass people that got the big lead is getting ready to take a big fall. It's like, before I go, I'm going to tell you something, and I want y'all to remember this, and maybe y'all don't remember it because you got to kind of be like my age. I'm over half a century old. I'm going to tell you about this story. It's called the Pied Piper. The king, which we're going to put it in the modern perspective, the king of the ruler of the world, had this so-called, what he thought was a peasant or servant, that he had a problem, which many white Americans had a problem, needed black folks' help with the light bulb, traffic light, stop sign, curling iron. It just goes on and on. But he said, if you help me with my problem, I got all these rats around here. My kids are scared to go outside. They can't go outside in my kingdom. Pied Piper say, well, you look out for me. I'll be a good servant for you. He says, whatever you need, I'll provide for you. So the Pied Piper went out there, did his thing. Mice walked with him to the river and dived in. Parable 1. Now, after he got rid of the rodent problem, then he went back to the king and said, hey, I got you, dog. You straight. You ain't got to worry about no rats or nothing. Your kids can come out and play. Kids say, well, bring the kids out. Let us see. Kids came out. They played for days. Played for days. Pied Piper looking like, okay. You see, ain't no rats came out. What's up with my bread? King like, well, kind of reconsidered it. So in his time, he looking like, okay, so I guess I'm a hoe over here because I just got rid of your rodent problem. Your kids out there free to do whatever they want, and I got rid of a major problem. But now I'm going to make a major problem for you. Since I can't get paid, your babies are going to suffer. Do, 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 do. And the kids followed him, and they followed him, and they followed him just like those rats followed him right into that ocean and killed off all their children. See, what I'm saying is the rooster's coming home to crow, y'all. And whether you want to believe it or not, look at it. We took care of the old people. Fuck them. You ain't even think about grandma and grandpapa now. Because you think about your little baby that can't get that vaccine. You got it, but do you know what you got? What are we talking about here now? You said don't take the mask, take the vaccine. Took the vaccine, take 1, take 2. Now we taking 3. That don't sound good to me. 22. Then it's going to be 23, 24, and so on, so on. Y'all better listen to what I'm saying and understand. This is what we're talking about here on Detroit Raw Live with your man, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 Man. I hope that y'all open y'all mind up a little bit, just a little bit, and put these things in context. Think about it. The very kids of ours that got killed are the very kids that are dying now. Sacrifice is what it's called. It's called sacrifice. Sacrificial lambs. Check it out. You're tuned in to Detroit Raw Live, one of the hottest shows seen around the world with your man, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 Man. Oh, before I go, y'all been asking me about my investments and stuff. Let me tell you how I get some of the things. I am very heavily in Bitcoins. I'm doing very well in that. But I go to the Office of the Controller and Currency. Go to the Office of Controller and Currency. You can get all the information about Bitcoins, Conjure Up, VeChain, blockchain. Bitcoins is like this, to be short. You know how you go in your bank and they got all these bank vaults? Okay, those bank vaults are owned by the bank and 2 other different banks. And then they charge you a fee when you go in there because the banker has the same key that you got to get in your box. That's just normal. That's money. But with Bitcoins, look at the same bank vault, but you the only one that got the key to it, and you the only one that can open it. And when you deposit, your money can't be fraudulently transferred, used in any type of way, because when you have that blockchain on it, every deposit you make from the last deposit you make chains and blocks with a different code, and you can't get into it. So therefore, check it out. It's going up. Medallion Fund and gold is up 50%. So if I was y'all, you want to know how I do it, that's how I do it. 14 different companies. Holla at your mans. You're tuned in to Detroit Raw Live with your man, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 Man. I'm glad y'all tuned in. Hey, y'all keep yourself safe. Try to do the best y'all can. I don't care if you take the vaccine or don't take the vaccine. Just do what you can to keep others safe and keep yourself safe. Just put on the damn mask. Isn't that what they said before? I'll see